You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your number one source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's Love in the City After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Love in the City After Show.
Oh, yes.
She's good every day, every time.
One, hey, yeah. Up, what? Yeah. Every time, Rissa, you literally come with it every week. Hey, you guys, we are here for your after show for Love in the City, episode 340 and Fabulous. That's a pretty amazing title, I would say. I'm your host, Stacy Ike, and I'm joined with three lovely co-hosts. Introduce yourself, ladies.
What's up? I'm Sterling Cate.
And I'm Courtney Tezeno.
And hello, everybody. I'm Candice Camacho.
Woo! First
Welcome,
of all,
Candice.
Yeah. Like that last name is
Yeah.
introduction. Love it. Hair looking all good. I love it.
Yeah. Got it done for the show.
Oh,
Yes, great addition,
for
girlie.
Fabulous. And this episode's perfect. So we are gonna jump into this episode. This was pretty fun. I feel like we have a lot to talk about. You would say?
Yep.
Yes.
That.
So I think we should start off with Kiyah. This episode was basically about her. It was her 40th birthday, so she kind of, was in every part of the episode, but in different ways. So we're gonna jump into her and talk about what our main points were when we came across her. So what y'all think, ladies?
I thought the funniest part was how her stuff was just all over
Right.
Bershan's apartment.
Oh, a mess.
Yeah,
She was
annoying.
a hot mess.
Yeah, that was annoying.
No, the
have
makeup on
anything
the
to-
kitchen counter. Come on, honey. You have a
And the
bathroom.
shoes in the living room. I was like, no, you have so many shoes, though.
And you would think if your friend is doing you a favor and letting her, you stay with her for 2 weeks, you would clean it up. Because I've been in that position where I've stayed with some friends and I was like, can I vacuum for
Exactly.
you?
Yeah,
Can I
like
do some
you should be
dusting?
overdoing it for real when you're staying with someone, even if it's your friend. Like,
Exactly.
come on.
I always feel like I'm like tiptoeing around when I'm staying with someone else because I don't want to feel like I'm getting in the
Right,
way
right.
or like feel like, I don't want to overstep my boundaries.
Right.
And
Oh, but
No,
Kiyah,
Kiyah,
she's
I was like,
that.
she was like, you're my girl. What do you mean I can't put my shoes all over your stuff?
What do
I
you
was
mean?
like,
You're my girl. You're my carpet.
right. She was like, oh, my makeup's not in your bed. That means it should be. You know what I mean? I'm like, Kiyah, we need you
Yeah,
to.
too comfortable. But that's
Definitely.
just friendship, I guess. Their friendship. So to say.
Yeah, right. Their friendship.
friendship.
Their friendship.
Not
yeah.
ours.
Candice
We
was
know,
like,
we know.
you're not coming to my house. That was definitely a pretty good way for us to be introduced. We saw the beginning. Kiyah had her stuff everywhere, and Bershan kind of had that face. She was holding it together. So the first thing they did was go apartment hunting, and then we got to see that lovely apartment.
Oh,
that-
the disgusting.
lovely. She said it was perfect for her, but we obviously
Who
thought that was
is
wrong.
this real estate person?
Oh,
they were
bitch.
walking up those terrifying stairs that I
no.
know, I don't have.
They
the
did not come for a
energy to.
workout. Like, that was too
And
much.
then heels.
And it's like $3,500 a month, that apartment.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is a lot of money for a
For-
dump.
for a
Yep.
hole.
Yeah, and also who's living there? Because it was
Exactly.
like fully furnished. And there was
I
stuff
know.
all over
I was
the
like,
floor.
those books are still in here. Like, you didn't even move them out. Come on.
And she was sitting on the couch, too. I was like, honey, you better get off that couch. You don't know what's been going on.
No, the floors I would have walked the other way after I saw those floors. Like,
As soon as I saw the paint chip on like half of the way up the stairs, I was like, okay, if this apartment isn't like dazzled.
oh,
it's a
and
no.
she said it was fabulous. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I'm
was
surprised they
disappointed.
even walked up there. I'm surprised they took the stairs.
No,
they
Yeah.
complained the whole way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They complained.
Chenoa was like,
almost
we are
did.
too old for this. We are too cute. I was like, you're right though. I mean, you're not wrong, but at least give the apartment a chance, which we did, and it was a no.
Yeah.
So
Apartment was, I think she's still hunting at this point.
And hopefully
we're gonna go
she's
safely.
hopefully she's hunting for another agent, too.
Yeah.
Oh well, I feel bad because hopefully she's like better later, but
She just didn't know she was dealing with fabulous.
Okay, maybe
Yeah.
you're right.
That's
You're
what
right.
it was.
She was like, oh, these are some cute women who probably, they'll
Yeah.
settle for anything. No.
No, I mean, Kiyah's a diva. She needs
Exactly.
the best of the best.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I also don't think she wants to be in Harlem either. She wants
No.
she wanted to be in Midtown. So You know?
Which makes more sense for Kiyah because we're talking about, I mean, she's a hairstylist. So I'm not saying her clients wouldn't come to Harlem, but I'm saying her clients wouldn't come to Harlem.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so we need to get her into Midtown. So
Yeah,
next
it
week
needs
we're
to be
expecting
fabulous.
that. Right.
Yeah.
Right. We might as well jump right into her birthday plans. We see that Kiyah is very elaborate when it comes to her birthday, which I support because I was kind of getting mad. I was like, okay, well, what? You know, whatever. But when it's your birthday, you really hope that your friends know you enough to be like, hey, it's going to be amazing. But
well, for being such a diva that she is,
Yeah.
I feel like she's giving them so much control over it. I'm surprised that she didn't want anything like that. She's not involved
she
at all.
probably trusts her friends that much.
She
She's
trusts
like,
them,
yeah.
but Kiyah just knew like that they knew how she was basically.
Right,
like
right.
they know that they're not gonna have anything that's like not fabulous for Kiyah. So I mean, you have that type of trust in your friends. Like you just put it with them. Don't stress yourself about it or plan. So.
Which she was very good at. I was like pretty shocked. She was like, I hope they come correct. I'm like, Kiyah.
No,
Like,
she put the pressure on, but I think
Yeah.
it was good pressure for them, except Tiffany. But we'll get to that later.
I think she's the type of person who just expects her friends to go above and beyond and for them to drop everything and, you know, lose half their bank account for her birthday party.
Yes,
And they did,
Drop on
and
her.
they did pretty much, except Tiffany. But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you girls. I mean, I know these girls are, you know, they have their own TV show. They're really wealthy, but I can hardly get a $10 candle at Target for my girlfriends.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I can't even get that together.
Oh, and I would appreciate that $10 candle. And she was no,
Be like,
they-
oh, it smells so good.
exactly.
I'm a gift card girl. Like, I don't know why I shouldn't be, because you want your friends to give you something super sentimental, but when they know like the perfect store, just like the perfect way to wrap it, I don't know. I think that's like so cute because it's like you didn't have to do too much. I don't need all that. I just need the perfect store to H&M. Thank you.
Yeah, I love gift cards
You know?
because then you can get whatever you want.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I love it.
They're not giving her a gift card.
No.
Let's roll out the red
Yeah, I'm
carpet.
like, oh my god, did y'all hear that red carpet talk? I was like,
Yes.
this is one birthday party. This is one night. So
Yeah, if you guys want to play my birthday party,
Okay.
it's in January.
We better start planning now.
Yeah.
I would love red carpet. You know, a little paparazzi action.
a mix of photographers.
So I hope you're
and-
taking notes.
Oh
here
my
because-
bad. Let me stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of, when I was watching it, I was like, who does she think she is? Like, you're not getting married. You're not renewing your vows of like 20 years.
Yeah.
It's not.
I feel like 40 is a big birthday. though.
It is.
Yeah.
But she just, again, had a little bit too much entitlement in so many areas, like entitlement with the living arrangement, entitlement with this party. So, Kiyah, she just...
I would say
that's
like
just
the
her.
first week we kind of said Kiyah's the big boss, and then we kind of switched it to Bershan. So now I guess we're back to Kiyah, and she had that. It goes with her personality. Like I'm not shocked by anything she did, but I would say who was shocked was Miss Tiffany. So if we want to roll into that now and talk about her response to the whole shindig of partying, she wasn't really feeling it.
She wasn't having it.
No.
Yeah.
And at
Tiffany
first
is
it seemed
so
like kind of valid. She's like,
Right.
well, I want this to be about Kiyah,
Right.
which makes sense. And they were making it about her.
Right.
But, you know, she had some valid points, but then throughout the whole thing, and then she didn't do anything she said she was going to do. And I just felt like
See-
she was really selfish in that respect. in
Yeah,
the
she
end.
was. Up until when she said, like, you know, I'm going through this double mastectomy and, like, it's expensive. Like, we're spending a $1,000 on this type of stuff. Like, I understood then. But then when she suggested, oh, I'm going to do the music, and she doesn't come through the day of the party and it's 4 hours in, like, trifling. That's all
I think,
could say.
or the flowers or the candles.
Right.
We're not. You're. You know,
The
surgery.
ambiance she was talking
okay,
about.
you know, I'm sorry. Like, if you are like me, and I'm assuming that Tiffany's a smart girl. You can go down to CVS, get you some flowers, you know, wrap that up real cute with some Walgreens ribbons, and move on. Like, she could
Yeah.
have brought something to the party. I just think showing up empty-handed was completely false.
Yeah, I want to see that phone call she had with the lady who said she can't plug in her eyes.
We can't bring flowers or music
To a private
or
event.
fun.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
Exactly.
I'm going to go ahead and say that conversation never took place.
You
I was just
can't
gonna go
let.
ahead
I
and
don't
say
think you
that.
can let your friends down like that, no
Yeah.
matter what. If she was upset and not having the money to spend, she could have just said that, and I think that
yeah.
they would have understood. But
Yeah.
with the way she
I mean,
presented it,
Yeah, I think she has the money to spend
Yeah.
on that.
I mean, she
these
does.
girls probably do.
Yeah, they all
Right.
do. But at the end of the day, like you said, she could have just told them, like, hey, you know, remember, guys, I am going through this. But she didn't say anything. You said you were going to do it. Then do it.
Yeah.
Hold your word. Like, that's all it was.
It was a pretty simple task. I'm not over like the flowers. Like, it's real simple. Like, I don't.
Trader Joe's has some great ones.
But
she could've
flowers
hit
are
Ralph's.
expensive. Maybe they only had a couple tables. I'm trying.
I'm just saying she could have got 4 little bouquets and we could have, and I'm sure they would have been fine. When Chenoa showed up to the party, which we'll get into later, and she saw nothing, I think that was where I was like, okay, I'm not on your side anymore, Tiffany.
Yeah, and what got me is that she was like, I'll do the music and I'll do the flowers. And then at the end she said, I said I would do the cake and the balloons. I was like, that's not what you said.
Sounds like she
said
caught
she
it.
was. I was like, even I know what your role
Right,
is.
right.
You were supposed to do.
What did you write? I wrote it down on page 2. You were supposed to
I got
bring-
it right here in my notes that you said.
And I'm sure she has a playlist just in her iPod or phone. I know we all have at least one in our back pocket
that's what we were
somewhere.
saying. We
Could
were
not be
saying
that hard.
We were saying it takes maybe 30 minutes to
It's
make a legit
2014.
playlist.
It takes 5.
You just open Spotify and like star it.
Right.
Yeah, she was not
yeah.
burning a CD. It was nothing like that. Like, it's not gonna take that long.
Did you notice during the party if there was music in the background?
There wasn't.
No.
There wasn't?
Well, there was music like in the episode, like you know that.
Yeah.
Actually, that was a terrible like example of
Was
that.
it?
But
No,
yeah.
it's good. I got it.
What was that? Okay. Anyway, so there was some kind of beat, but I don't think there was like top 40 type music at all.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
So that's kind of annoying. But Kiyah obviously looked like she had a great time. The party still has so many more topics to go into, so we'll leave that for later. But we want to transition now into Chenoa and her issues this episode, which were tough with her husband. So
her issues every time are tough
yeah,
to me.
this is true. This is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were saying when we were watching it, we were like, this feels like still like a business meeting, like we said in the very first episode. And it also, when they started talking, it felt like a first date. Like you would never guess that they were married for 11 and a half years.
Unless they said it.
Yeah, because they were like, so nice to see you.
So
like, that's what I thought.
nervous.
Yeah.
Oh, you look good.
Yeah.
Like intro type look.
I think that's how it is when like you haven't seen someone in a while. It is a little weird, but when he it really hurt me to hear that he like really just came for a business meeting.
Right.
That made
That's a
me
whole
so
nother-
upset. Like,
oh my
how did
gosh.
you guys even feel about that when she's like anticipating it, getting her hair done, just trying to look great for him and get this marriage on track, and he talks about business.
Yeah.
If my estranged husband
We
showed,
definitely had to laugh at that. But anyway.
and because they kept putting it,
Right.
her
I'm like-
estranged husband, if he showed up to a lunch meeting and was talking to me about some donut shop, I would tell him to tell the
Mini donuts.
mini
Mini
donuts,
donuts.
shove those mini donuts where the sun don't shine, and I would leave, and he would not talk to me again, and I would be serving him divorce papers. I was like, you can't let people treat you like that. He has no interest, in.
My issue was, first of all, I completely agree. The sun don't shine, and we know where that is. And that's where those mini donuts will be, with some frosting. But the point is, how could he think that this was the right time to bring in this? If you've been married for 11 years, that means you've probably thought about business ideas before, am I right?
Right.
Exactly.
You decided that she shouldn't be involved in them beforehand, but now that you guys are literally going through the hardest time in your marriage, let's go ahead and do that. That'll keep, I don't get it. Will it keep you closer? Will it keep,
why is during a separation the best time to start a business venture
And he was
together?
trying to compliment her.
I think it's because he's really over it, which makes me mad.
I really don't think that's it, though.
No, I really feel like he's more over it than she is. She's
Oh,
thinking
well,
of
he's
like
the one who wanted a separation.
exactly,
true.
but like he's really trying to make it very business and no relationship. Like he's trying to make that separation very clear. So
I don't know if I agree with that so much because when she was like, I want to go get a massage, he was like, I can do that. Like he was like citing in those lines that made it, and then he kissed her when he left.
he's so
Right,
confusing.
right,
He's
right.
so confusing.
Right.
I feel so bad for her. I feel like she is just like so confused as to if he wants to get back together, if he just wants it to be business. I personally think he wants it to be business, but he is not. I don't think he's doing a very good job of making that clear. No. But I still like Carlisle,
My opinion is that he kind of wants to dangle a carrot and kind of wants to be in control. She would totally go for him. He wants to keep her at bay, but he doesn't want to have the full responsibility of a husband in a marriage, but he still wants to play around.
Right.
He sounds like a boyfriend. He
I
sounds
completely
like
agree.
a boyfriend to me. Like, you have been married to me for 11 years, and you're talking. No, it sounds disrespectful.
That's why I'm saying, I don't think it's boyfriend necessarily. I'm just trying to figure out what his reasoning is. Okay, let's say I want to start a business with this woman. I love her. I trust her opinion. Okay, I was okay with that. But what does this mean for your marriage? That's my only thing. It doesn't make sense for us to move forward this way if we're deciding to get a separation. I just want to know where he feels. Remember we said that last time. He still hasn't expressed I want to be with you this long. I want to figure this out. I want to adopt, or I just want to cut it off. I don't.
Right. Well, and even when she brought it up, she said, "You're luring me in, and then you kind of want a separation, and then you lure me in and you want a separation. And he didn't even respond to that.
Yeah.
He just was kind of laughing.
She needs to take her life in her own hands and
Yeah.
tell him to stop, because it's just a teeter-totter. And she's not going to get anything out of it.
I just think she still wants to be with him.
She
so
does.
But
much
she's still
that
she's doing everything she can to make it work. But I think she's forgetting about herself in this whole situation. Like she needs to I don't know if she needs to worry about herself the way he's worrying about him. So I just don't know how this whole thing's gonna play out.
Does separation always mean divorce though?
No.
That's
No.
what I'm saying.
It
So to me, it's not over till it's over. But that's why I'm just trying to figure out the in between. What are we doing? He hasn't made anything clear.
Right.
That's my own.
But they're not talking about going to counseling.
Exactly.
They're
Talking
talking about
opening a donut shop.
yeah.
Exactly.
They're gonna do it in the back, like obviously where the glaze is happening. I mean, I don't get
Yeah.
it. Like
You can't let people treat you like that. If you're in love or not in love, you have to take your life in your own hands and decide.
Right. I really liked what Kiyah said, and when she was like, "You got to make him miss you a little
Exactly.
bit."
Yeah,
When
I
she's
like
gonna
that.
hop into this like business venture with him, then he's just gonna have her at his fingertips, and that's totally not fair.
And
for
then
her.
she's going to be, like you said, dangling the carrot. She's going to be waiting for the relationship part to work, and the business will be working. And he'll be happy he'll be happy that the business is working. Yeah.
Yeah.
my thing is, it's obviously a tactic to stay close to her because we're in New York. We can find an event planner anywhere, but you chose your in between wife, and she doesn't do this at all. So that's why I was laughing because I was like, she's not an event planner. So,
Or a designer.
Yeah,
or a
designer.
designer.
She's
She's a straight up photographer. So actually, you're just bringing her in to bring her in.
Yeah.
And whatever that
Maybe
means.
a part of him misses her, and this is the only way he can show that
Right.
he misses her.
Oh,
This
boy.
is
That's a
sick and twisted way.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
To me, this meeting was a huge red flag, and I think she should turn around and sprint.
Yeah, but it's hard. 11 years.
I know. And I just really wanted Carla to say, like, what he thinks about kids. Because, like I said, we still have not seen his, or heard anything
reason
about
for wanting the separation.
like, what's his deal? Because he just said it, and all we know is her, how she's handling it. Where does he live? Does he have an apartment down the street from her? Do we know? Like, what is he going to bring up adoption? I just want to hear that. So that's my... Carla,
Thankfully, you pointed out he's still wearing his wedding ring. So.
Yes, I was.
I
definitely
noticed that
searching.
too.
I
Yeah,
was like,
so
is
that's
he?
good.
She was wearing hers too, right?
She
obviously.
Clearly, yeah. Like, she was rocking
It's on her
it.
necklace on her,
She's
right?
like, everyone,
Right.
I've got my hand up.
Because I definitely was trying to peep that when he was with her, but then I said, okay, still looking shiny, like he cleaned it. So
I wonder if he just wore it because he was meeting her.
you think so?
I don't know. I think he just wears it.
I wondered that
That's just
too.
Yeah.
such a suggestion.
That was an interesting suggestion.
I was like, that snake just put that on. Is there a tan line on that
Well, because
finger?
he wants something from her. So I feel like if he wants to get what he wants, then he'll.
Yeah.
I
wear
do
rings
not
or
like
something.
that.
No, I don't. Let's please.
I do not like that.
I'm just speculating.
How
Yeah.
about we asked the viewers, what do you think? Do you think he put that ring on his finger for the meeting, or do you think he always still wears it?
Let's hope it was still love, please.
Yeah.
I was.
Our hopeless romantic. No, I'm a romantic too.
Yeah. I feel
Okay,
like we
good.
all have.
I'm not a hopeless romantic.
Actually, she's not. This is really for just Chenoa. Like, we love you, girl.
I feel for you, but
I mean, now that we're at this point, you guys, just like we all said, please check us out on AfterBuzz.com and let us know exactly what you think, not only about Chenoa and Carlisle, but about everything else. Make sure you check us out on YouTube. Every Sunday night, we are here to give you love in the city. Make sure you rate us, give us 5 stars. Also, download our app for your iPhone and your Android. So hopefully we will get your responses and we'll know what they think too.
alrighty.
Are we ready?
So, yep, we want to talk about the Big Bang Party.
The final, what it was. I mean, I think, first of all, it was a beautiful party. I think it was
was.
a gorgeous party. I remember when I first saw them, looking for everything, I was like, wow, when they were first talking, I mentioned, what would I do for my 40th birthday? Yeah. What would you guys do for your 40th birthday? Do you know?
I would want the white tablecloths. It would be fun, to have hors d'oeuvres passed. I love entertainment, so I would want some dancing, some good food, champagne flowing.
So are we talking about like club type champagne flowing, or are we talking about like bar type? What kind of?
I
scene are
really
we
liked the
looking for?
loungy feel of what
Yeah,
they were
it's
doing because it's like sophisticated and you have like just your close friends and family there. Like I don't think it needs to be like a.
She knows a lot of people. I was
She
like,
did.
I don't
Yeah.
know that.
I was just about to
I
say,
don't know that
how
many
long
people.
would you guys' guest list be? Like, how long would your guest list be?
Well, I had a wedding and 50 people came to my wedding. So
that's so small and intimate.
Yeah.
But that's kind of more my style. Like, I'd rather be, I don't want everyone there. I forget. Like, one time I invited only 5 people. I'm like, oh, dang, I should have invited more people. My bad.
Yeah.
But I like it like that.
I also don't love birthday parties. Like, I feel, well, like for me, I just feel like it's really uncomfortable. Like, I don't like that attention. I would rather take a trip or something.
And like, remember
that would be
and
nice.
like no one comes. Just me by myself. No, I'm just kidding.
I still love like all the attention on you, because I'm a Christmas, around the Christmas time, and like there's no focus on December babies. So a big birthday is like, so
you need a special time.
Exactly.
Right.
So
I love huge birthdays. I think it's real. I love surprises. I literally hint that to my friends every year. Every year.
Okay,
That's
as she
all.
looks
That's
older.
your birthday. October 22nd, people. So I like surprises. Anyway.
Kiyah.
Oh, see, but I don't see. I was seeing myself in her, but like she did way too much. She was like, I hope my friends bring it, and I don't do all that. I would never do that because I'm very cost efficient as well. So I would never be like, bring it, because bringing it means like you need to have money to pay for it.
They're not obliged to do anything, and
exactly.
She seemed so like she expected it, and when I feel
really
like
did.
you expect it, then it just takes all the fun and like.
But we don't know if they saw that she was feeling so entitled. That was in her confessionals. Now, she did say bring it, but she wasn't just like, I need this, that, and the other.
Right.
So.
Yeah, well, she told Bershan, she was like, are you putting this energy into my birthday?
I know.
So energy was money.
But her friends also really expect that for her. What I love is Bershan kept saying, she was like, Kiyah is that girl. She said that like 3 times. I was like, okay, well, to know your friends like that, that's a good sign. Like, they trust that that's what you want, and they will go all out for you because they know that'll make you happy.
Yeah,
that was cool. Yeah. So, I mean, the party before Kiyah even showed up, there was so many different things that happened. First, I think it's really funny to talk about how as soon as Tiffany showed up, Chenoa apologized to her. What did you guys think about that?
Clap, clap, bravo.
Is that a clap, clap moment?
Yeah, I really liked that she did that, but I also was really taken aback at the fact that Tiffany didn't even apologize back. When that happened, she was like, I'm going to be the bigger person and apologize. That's when Tiffany's supposed to be like, yeah, thank you for apologizing, but also I'm really sorry for not doing anything for this entire party.
Yeah. She should have said that. She should have come together.
And instead she said, good.
No, she just kiss, hug, and we're all good. Like, we're not good at all.
Well, she did say, she was like, after she said it, I just want to say I'm sorry. And she was like, good. And they hugged. And I was like, that's so uncomfortable.
It was not genuine.
Yeah.
At all.
And then Tiffany called Chenoa's apology genuine. She was like, it was genuine and from the heart.
I thought it really was.
It was.
I believe that it was.
And she acknowledged it, but she should have been genuine. And even when we saw her talk to Bershan, like, oh, Chenoa apologized to me. And she was expecting Bershan to apologize too. No, honey.
Yeah,
you get no apology.
I was like, if Bershan apologizes, I'm going to be very upset because she's my favorite one.
Yeah, no. She was like, oh, she did? Okay. She left it at that. She was like,
okay.
Oh, okay, well, that's cool. Well, you're right. She was good for her. Real high on that. I was like, Bershan, you funny. I mean, I don't know. I think that it's unfortunate that Tiffany, because we've seen Tiffany do this a couple times. Like, she's a real strong soul. I appreciate that. A girl with some style, a girl with, some independence. But something about her is, every time she does have a little tiff with somebody, she never really like admits her faults. I feel like this has happened quite a few times.
Do you guys think that she's like a cop-out or a sellout?
In what way?
Like, she's kind of a phony. Like, what's your opinion? Do you think she kind of just backs out at the end?
I don't think she's a phony, but I didn't like that she, first of all, said that she was going to do something and then didn't do it. But I also don't like how at the party she pretended like she was such a huge part of it all happening.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really big of Chenoa, first of all, to apologize, but second of all, to like not really make it about that, but to keep the focus on Kiyah because it is her birthday. And I think by her apologizing to Tiffany at the beginning before anybody got there, I thought that was really classy.
Yeah.
She's not making it about the drama. She's not making it about her or how she feels about it. She's just, all right, let's get past this. It's about Kiyah. This is her night.
Right.
So I thought that was
because Chenoa definitely could have said like, "Hey, by the way, Kiyah, like we were the only ones involved." She could have done a lot of different things.
I think Tiffany has a pride issue, and I think really in that situation where she did pull her aside, she could have handled it differently, but she just didn't know how to say like, you know what, I'm sorry too. And I think that the pride thing is the main thing that got in the way of all of that.
Well, sometimes I think people think they're just always right. Or they they don't want to be the underdog and be like, oh, I'm sorry too. I shouldn't have did this.
Don't want to feel vulnerable.
Right. But she does have a pride issue, I think,
Yeah.
too.
I think that. So how is she gonna get rid of that? What are we gonna do?
I don't know. Let's just pray.
Yoga.
I'm like, what are we gonna do?
I don't think she's gonna get rid of it.
Because we've seen it a couple times where it's
Yeah.
been a problem. Like my issue still, that whole Bershan and Tiffany thing, that still irks me a little bit. So
Yeah, I was surprised to see Bershan and Tiffany working out together, just like hanging out.
What kind of workout was that, though? I was
Yeah,
like, you're not
that
burning
was-
many calories, people. That is not the correct way to squat.
Exactly.
And Eddie wasn't wearing. He wasn't even wearing workout clothes. He was wearing like cargo pants and Timberlands.
Yeah.
I was like, what kind of workout was he doing?
he was literally like, okay, you guys, squat right there. Yep, sandwich. Like I feel like he was just chilling.
It was so funny. You said they just grabbed him off the street.
They're
Like, you want to be in the shot?
He was an extra, and then he got
I'm
promoted
like,
to
why
principal.
don't you have clothes on? Like, I'm confused. Like, you're supposed to really work out with them. And Chenoa cracked me up. She
Chenoa
showed up
did
in
the
heels.
most.
I was like, all right, workout is obviously over.
Well, since we're
Clearly.
talking about Eddie, we should talk about how him at the party.
Yes.
When how
felt bad for him.
and
Yes.
Bershan was trying to hook him up with Kiyah. How did you guys feel about that? And she's in a relationship,
Completely disrespectful.
Very
Yes,
disrespectful.
completely
She
disrespectful.
should not have done that. Like, we maybe there are some situations where we don't like the boyfriend, but like, or don't know the
Right,
boyfriend,
right.
but you don't step in and make Eddie like the new boyfriend or the new potential. That was so wrong.
Especially when, I'm sorry, but Eddie, if you're listening out there, you don't have any potential, any boyfriend potential.
Oh, you think so?
No.
Oh, wow. You just let
He
him
looked
have
like
it.
he was about to cry the whole time.
He
It was
was.
like really sad. He had a whole list of reasons why he liked her. I thought that-
Wait, it was, I saw that, but I'm like,
he was
why
like,
did
and number 2 is because you
That
can
was-
say no.
Yeah, that was a
He
little
was like, I
weird.
need someone
Yeah.
to say no. And I'm like, okay.
why does he know so much about her? Is it Bershan feeding all this
Yeah, I
information?
think
'Cause
so.
I'm
She
like,
must be.
Has to, but I think he really just liked her, and I'm gonna hold my tongue on this one. Actually,
I really need you to
Don't
say what
hold
you
it.
want. To tell us, 'cause that was too good. Like, what were you about to say?
No, okay.
Just let it out.
So Eddie, I mean, like she said, I don't know if he has the best boyfriend potential. I wouldn't want someone like, oh, hook me up. Like you are on. I don't even know if he's in his 40s,
Yeah,
but if
yeah.
you were gonna compete with her 27-year-old boyfriend, and I'm hoping he's older than him, you need to approach her.
Yes.
You don't need a list. You need a pitch, basically. Like,
That was his pitch. Poor guy.
I mean, but that was a really bad way of like
Yeah.
making himself like I can take care of you.
He
like,
just comes across as a jokester, and I feel like if he was just a
You are
little
letting
bit,
him have it. You are letting him have it. She's like, no, he's a joke.
hey, I call it like I see it.
Yes, you do.
The kettle is black, it's black. But he just, if you could come across as like a little bit more authentic and like you said, not be like, oh, hook me up and first lose the hookup.
yeah,
Right, that's
like
true.
how old are
That's
we?
true.
Really are too old.
That's true. That's true.
And so is he.
I would definitely say that my issue was Bershan could have told, like, I'm sure Bershan's told Kiyah before, like, hey, so your boyfriend, I don't really think that there's potential. She said that before, right?
yeah, well, I think her point of the whole thing was that Kaya's turning 40.
Sure.
Her boyfriend, who doesn't live in New York anyway, is 27. Like, are they serious? Is he serious?
still
And I
rude,
think,
though. It was
yeah,
still
no,
very
I
rude.
definitely agree that it was
Yeah,
rude.
like,
but I think she thinks she should keep her options open until there's a ring on her finger.
But you can't make your friends options, like
Yeah.
especially if they're in a
no.
relationship.
It's not her place at all. Like, if Kiyah and Eddie magically like hit it off, then that's fine. But they did that naturally on their own. But Bershan doesn't need to get involved in Kaya's.
No, it needs to
stuff.
happen organically.
Yeah.
It just makes
And
it
the
more
way-
confusing.
It's very, and the way she was like, she needs to keep her option open. No, you only do that when you're like dating. She's in a committed relationship. Like, there's no other guy or girl involved in their relationship. So I don't.
or that she
Right.
sees. She
Yeah.
wants this person to be her baby daddy. I don't agree with the baby daddy part.
I also
but-
don't think a birthday party for this particular person is the best place to like try to make it happen.
Exactly.
No.
Like, that's
And
not
when the
like
boyfriend is
this.
out of the country, nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
No.
Conveniently.
And Kiyah reacted the way we expect her to. She was like, no, Bershan, you don't respect. I don't think she said it directly to Bershan, but she said it in the confessional.
confessional.
Yeah, she was like, I don't like the fact that you did that. Like, I have a man, and I appreciate my man, and I like my man, and that's what it is.
Right.
So-
So that was the end of that.
Right.
Yeah.
But I thought, well, rewinding a little bit, but Kiyah in the middle of the bakery Skyping was probably the
my
funniest
God.
thing.
That
It
was so-
like no headphones.
Right. I can see you.
What did she say? She was like, I
can see
She
you.
was like, I done lost Rosie. And like, she just
Yeah.
said it to the whole bakery. Like,
I know.
Like, she
We
doesn't
all
have headphones.
And he was just miraculously available, like on his laptop on
Oh,
the
in
other
his
side of the
car.
world.
Yes,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, he was in his car.
in his car, Skyping her, not safe at all.
You can't Skype in the car, like in real life.
She didn't have any headphones. She was just in the middle of this bakery, just like, Rosie, are you there? Like,
I'm like, okay, everyone knows, clear out. And there was like, I was definitely looking at the girl who was like staring at Kiyah. Did you see her at the other table? She was like, who's Rosie? I was like, wow. We
Everybody
all
at the
know.
bakery wanted to
Exactly.
know who he was.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
so funny.
What
That
are
was
you
pretty
thinking?
funny.
I mean, I don't know how I feel about their relationship. Like the distance thing is, I just don't know if it's working. Like, what is he doing? I mean, I know he's visiting his mom, but like, what is he doing relationship wise? He didn't even call her.
Yeah, I know. We were supposed to like,
How long is he going to be gone?
I don't know.
For?
I don't know how
We
long
don't-
they said.
They didn't say.
in my opinion, he could have definitely flown back to her party because he's rich apparently, and you could just be there for 2 hours and go back. In my opinion, I was like, why is he not at the party?
Well, maybe
Yeah.
not 2 hours, but
I'm.
I mean, he
The
was.
money, that
he had a
Chanel
valid
bag, the
reason.
Chanel bag. Remember the Chanel bag?
Oh, sip on
That's-
that Chanel bag.
Yeah.
Wait, but wasn't he in Russia or something? He can't fly
Yeah,
back for
he's
2
in-
hours from Russia. You
I'm
think
saying.
so?
I'm saying, I think so.
I don't know about 2 hours, but I mean, it was he picked between
think
his
so.
mom and his girlfriend. So I mean, I understood
Okay,
why.
well, don't put it like that.
No, but he did. So I understood why he went, out of the country. But like, call her. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
call her on her birthday.
Right.
Send flowers, send a teddy bear, do something.
That's true. That's true.
I was surprised to see. I guess it's just the type of person Kiyah is. But like, she said it in the beginning, like, "Oh, he didn't call me or anything." But she never was sad during the party. She was just living it up and
Yeah.
forgot about Roz. That's
That's got to be fake, though.
Yeah.
I don't know any woman who would be okay with that.
Right.
That's why I was like, is she different? Because I would have been like, oh, waiting on.
But
My party's
I just,
ruined.
I just remembered, Rosie did get her the Chanel. That was her early birthday gift.
Yeah, but that's still not the same.
I know it's not the same, but I was just thinking, like, did he get her anything? And I remember he did get her gifts last episode. So okay, you're almost off the hook, almost. So
Yeah.
all right.
I just want to see how this is gonna progress because I don't see much of a relationship, and maybe it's just because it's the show. So
Yeah.
Maybe it's not much of. I mean, maybe it's not much of a relationship. That's why she wasn't so upset. Because if
Maybe.
it
You
was,
think so?
Well, I think it is, and she
too.
also said like that she wasn't interested in anyone else. She was like, Bershan wasn't respectful of my relationships with Roz and that whole thing. So I feel like it's definitely a serious.
Yeah. And I think what's funny is that Kiyah actually wasn't sad about her man. She was focused on Chenoa's man when Carlisle showed up to the
the
party.
estranged husband.
Yes, I really want to know what you guys think about him showing up. As soon as he came down the stairs, I had a face, so I would love to know what you guys' face looked like or comments.
Well, I mean, he has been, in Kaya's life just as long as he's been in Chenoa's life.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
mean, like, I'm sure over the 11 years he was married to Chenoa
Right.
that they formed a relationship.
Right,
so I think
true.
like that would be weird for someone you've been friends with for 11 years not to be at your
True,
birthday party. So maybe it was more of a Kiyah thing. But also, him and Chenoa aren't on bad terms. Like they're thinking.
I'm not
about
saying
doing
that
a
they're not
business
on
thing.
bad terms, but I'm just saying Kiyah, we heard her response when Chenoa told her about the business earlier, and she was
Right.
like, shut it down. Like, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So well, actually, you're right, because it's okay for Carlisle to come. I just didn't like that he came and then they started talking about the business. That was
yeah.
like, okay.
Well, they also asked him about it.
Oh, they
like,
brought it to him?
Bershan
Okay.
was like, "So, are we going to talk about this?"
This is
or are
true.
we
The
gonna-"
confronting, yep,
Yeah.
which I appreciated.
How did you guys feel about the way that they approached him though? Because it wasn't even an attack, but it was more so like, I don't know, like they were talking about their separation.
Right.
How did you like the way that they confronted him?
Well, I thought that the four girls should talk about it first,
Yeah.
like instead of everyone having their own opinion and the guy being there. And I just felt like that was uncomfortable because when you're with your girls, like I feel like there's not a filter that there should be when he's there, but there wasn't really one when he was there. And I felt like it should have been a more like, I don't know, organized conversation with
I was
them.
actually okay with it because I think they were all very honest. I think Bershan was like, look, are we going to talk about this or not? Let's bring it up. Because, I mean, yeah, it's fun to have the girl talk, and sometimes we get real crazy knowing I think he deserves to know all that information that that they have to deal with. He needs to hear it because he obviously approached the business like it was not a problem at all. Like I don't who are his friends, who was talking to him. We know who Chenoa's friends are, and I think he needed to hear.
And again, when they brought up their relationship part of it, he just laughed. He was like giggling. He never even said.
It makes me so mad. Like, what are you doing?
It's really disrespectful.
Yeah.
I don't think he should have been at the party.
You don't think so?
No, I would not want my estranged husband who was treating me that way at a party. And I don't. So that's just my opinion.
But I think Chenoa is condoning him being around because if she was that upset, like, he wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
Like, these are her friends, and yes, they have certain amount of respect for him because he's her husband, but she's allowing him to be around because I think she's still trying to prove something.
I think she wants to make it work.
Yeah.
She does. Which she should.
does.
I want her to want that because she deserves that. It's been 11 years. Don't throw it away. I don't want them to throw it away. I just need him to give us something. That's my thing.
They need to have that conversation about no donuts. Like, what is going on in our relationship,
In our home,
now?
in the relationship.
That's going to take Chenoa. She's not being, like, she's being very passive about the situation. You're going through a separation. Like, you need to be very upfront, not just with your friends, but with your husband, the person you're going through the separation with.
Yeah.
I think that's what's causing everything.
Establish what you guys are unhappy about, make solutions, and decide how you're going to reach the end if you want. But she's being very passive, like you said.
Yeah. Do you think she's walking on eggshells because she doesn't want it to get worse? Because that's how I'm feeling.
Yeah, I think so. When they were taking pictures together at the thing and the way she was looking at him, I just was like, oh man, that's so sad. Because you can tell in her eyes that she's still so in love with him. And he's just kind of like,
he's very far removed. Yeah.
Like,
mini donuts, my mini donut shop.
Oh my God.
That was a really weird business venture. I still cannot get over that because I was like, how
can it not be
successful?
There's many
granted,
ways. There's only 35 calories in each one.
Okay, but
He sold me. I was like, I'll design it.
and she was definitely like, there's 35 calories. I'm like, you are not his pitch person. You need to stick to event planning. You need to stop it. Like, I mean, overall, like, I appreciate the fact that he's still keeping a positive relationship. I just don't think that it is healthy.
Right. Oh, no, not at all. Yeah.
It's very destructive.
I guess I'm still trying to figure out, because this episode we didn't really get to see Tiffany's boyfriend, and I know we didn't get to talk about it with you, and I wanted to bring him up right quick just because if this situation was, with them two, how would we react? I don't know what you thought about his boyfriend. We didn't get to talk to you about what you thought about her boyfriend at all last week.
I don't know. I'm just kind of neutral. Like, I'm not like super impressed or super
Unimpressed.
unimpressed.
Yeah, well, she doesn't really talk about him that much. I feel like I don't even really know him that much to like have a strong opinion one way or the other about him. So
I mean, really only thing like we said last week is he's supportive of what she's going through. That's
true.
it.
Yeah, true.
Which is huge, but
that's really important.
But their chemistry's off.
All right. Well, with that said, let's go into predictions. I have thoughts, but I don't.
Oh
my God,
AfterBuzz
I just
TV.
love it every time.
And you say it every time.
Every time. It
never gets old.
It doesn't.
Never gets
It really
old.
doesn't. So we saw for next week with the previews what we're in for. Kiyah got an apartment.
Woo-hoo!
I don't know where.
Thank God,
but-
get Bershan's house.
Right. We're not sure where, but we're excited that she did get one. So I would love to see. I really want to know, like, if it was the same realtor that got it for her this time.
yeah.
I really want to know. I really want to know. But we'll see next week. What else are you guys thinking for next week's episode?
On that same note, I think it's so funny how I love how Bershan and Kiyah are so open about how she needs to get out of Bershan's house. She's like, I know it's time. And then Bershan's like, yeah, it's time.
Yeah.
I
This is
love
the first
that.
time
It's
she's
so
not
funny.
passive. I love that.
Right. What would you say? Go ahead.
And then Bershan is, so it's for the promo for next week. She's trying to spice up her sex life.
Oh, man.
I can't wait to see that.
That's
Some
gonna be so
fixing.
funny.
Yeah, she was like, "Let your friend take some photos of you." And at first, I was like, "Wait for
I'm
what?"
like, is
But
she
then I realized-
crawling? What is
yeah,
she
it was
doing?
uncomfortable. It was a little weird, but I think it'll be cute. I don't know if you guys follow Bershan on Instagram, but she's been doing like a workout plan.
Yeah.
So I'm excited because she's probably gonna put all that to the test. A little flexible. I mean, we'll see.
Oh, not the
I'm just-
flexibility.
I'm just
I saw her
saying.
doing some abs.
I'm just saying.
I love all of her social media.
Oh yeah,
accounts,
she's fun. Yeah, she's real fun.
I gotta follow her.
Yeah, you gotta
yeah.
follow us back.
She's
Bershan. We
active
love
on
you.
Instagram.
Okay.
We love her page. But I would say that, well, I mean, you're the only one that's married. So what do you think about Bershan spicing it up through some pictures? Yeah, put you on the spot there.
I've never done the picture thing because you don't know where those pictures are going to end up.
True.
And my husband's been like, but we're married. I'm like, but you could lose your phone.
Yeah.
And then that phone, those pictures could go somewhere else. I think if you, I don't know where she's going to go with it, but if you want to do some like really beautiful lingerie type photos.
Yeah, we're going to have to maybe
I
just
don't
some
know.
live stuff.
Well, I think
no photo.
right. I think the point of it is that he is out of town so much
Yeah.
and gone so much. So I think they need that extra something to.
Some, a little pop up on his phone.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
A little sprucey up. I don't know.
Yeah, I wish she could just visit him. Like,
Yeah.
why can't she just go
This
visit
is
him?
very true. I
That
mean,
would
well,
be
'cause she's
nice.
shooting the show.
Yeah,
I would
and
say.
then, I mean, they can fly with her, but
You're right.
I mean, I guess their careers, they both have to do what they have to do.
That's true. Well, we didn't get to see a lot about her organization this episode. Not that that doesn't mean she's not working on it, but maybe I guess that's what's holding her back. But yeah, she can take a weekend off, I'm sure, So I hope to see that. What do you guys hope for next week in terms of Chenoa and Carlisle?
Well, I hope they have that conversation that we talked about for the most of this episode about he needs to be like, well, she needs to confront him about where do we stand? What do we think we're doing right now? Let's not talk about the donuts. I know I keep saying that.
You are
it just
so clear about
annoyed
it.
me so
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
how that like always was the first thing they talked about. And I'm like, hello, we have some other issues here that we need to discuss.
Way
Right.
bigger issues.
Yeah,
Way
I
bigger
would like to
issues.
see Carlisle's side. I want to see that side eventually because that would really give us a lot of perspective on what's really going on with this separation. So I want to see that.
Yeah. I'd like to see what Carlisle wants. I'd like to see where his head is going, but I would like to see Chenoa kind of buck up.
Stand
so to
up for
speak.
herself.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
Well, we would definitely like to see what you guys think of all of these crazy and amazing comments. So make sure you leave us your comments. We love to read them and to follow you back and tweet you, whatever you want to do. So make sure you keep in touch with us. I am One Take Stace on Twitter and Instagram. And where can they find you guys?
You can find me at Sterling Cate on Twitter and Instagram.
And you can find me at Teznos on Instagram and Twitter.
Hey guys, you can follow me on Twitter at Candice_Camacho, or you can find me on Facebook at Divas Dish by Candice Camacho.
I love
Yeah.
that. Yes, Divas Dish. Y'all need to go to that. We will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.